Hello. Oh my God, are you on time? Is this first?
I'm fucking on time, bitches. Let's fucking go. No,
Literally, I
you
was
know
like,
what?
this will be like a minute or two late, but it's fine.
No, this is my fucking schedule today. This
Mm.
is why I'm on time. I can't even leave the chair. So it's like this is why I'm on time.
Oh, welcome, bestie. I'm so excited to have you.
Oh my God, thank you. Wait, can you hear me okay? Okay, yes.
Yeah,
I'm okay. I'm locked. We're locked in.
we're locked in. We're
We're
ready.
locked in.
It's okay. I'm having a day too. I had to barter with my higher self today because I was teaching level two intuition and everyone's like things that they're working on has been self-image related. So I taught Wednesday and I was getting a ping to like, hey, let's do a massive self-image recovery. I'm like, cool. I'm gonna accord myself in on that, okay? So then after I did it, I'm like, shit, because I've got a podcast interview with Allie on Friday. I'm like, I can't reschedule that because Allie's a busy girl. She's got a wedding, she's got a honeymoon. Like, we're gonna make it work. And so anyway, higher self was like, okay, I will give you an hour and a half to like fully thrive and no symptoms. But after that, it's back to I feel like I have strep. I don't have strep, but it's like the symptoms I have.
Yep.
Anyway, I'm enjoying this thriving time right now.
It's fine. After this, you're fucked. You're just gonna, she's gonna just crawl into a ball and not come out for a day or two.
And while we're on the motherhood topic, so my mom rescued two kittens. She found them when they're like a day old, abandoned. Now they're like 4 weeks. She's gone for today, so I'm babysitting. So I'm babysitting newborns right now. I'm like, this is just preparing me to be a newborn mom. I gotta feed these things every 3 hours. I gotta, you know what I mean? I'm just like, God dang, I forgot how hard newborns were. It's not even a baby, it's a freaking cat.
Not Keisha being a cat mom.
And Tate's like the best big cat sister. She's like feeding it bottles. I'm like, honestly, I love it.
This is good. She's being trained.
Yeah, exactly. She's ready. She's learning how to feed a baby, because I need the help. God, God.
It's fine. You know what? So me and Keisha were talking about, we're recording for the podcast, right? I'm
We
assuming.
are. Yeah, we just
Okay,
jumped in.
good. Because I want to tell everyone that me and Keisha decided that we are going to conceive children at the castle
We are.
together at my wedding night.
Yes.
So, not that that's going to actually like happen because, we said it's going to happen, but you don't know.
Yeah,
Like I intuitively, I don't know if that will happen for me that night, but that
I
is our
agree.
human plan.
Yes. I think it will for sure happen to me because I'm on borrowed time. But I do see I see us being pregnant together, but you like maybe 4 to 5 months after.
Yeah, no, I feel that. I feel like the soul doesn't want to be conceived for like another like 5 to like 8 months ish.
Yeah, I get
So I'm not gonna like not try,
right.
but I just don't think it'll happen for another like 5 to 8 months.
Yeah, I agree.
But it's
We have
fine.
intuition for that because then you can plan
Fine.
properly.
Yeah, we were like, let's just get knocked up in the
Yeah.
castle.
What a better way. Then I feel like you're destined for greatness. Like you got conceived in a castle.
You've got to do something fucking cool with your life.
Yeah, exactly. Like what could possibly go wrong? Don't, hey, I'm not being serious, please. But,
Keisha's about to get pregnant in the fucking castle. It's fine.
but on the topic of motherhood, okay, so everyone who doesn't know my bestie Allie, she is also an intuitive. I actually met Allie, I saw her on TikTok one day, and I'm like, who is this hot blonde girl? And she was talking about, what were you talking? Oh, like she used to be a pro dancer, and she was talking about how her being a pro dancer was a trauma response. And I also used to want to be a pro dancer, and I tried to be a DCC for a while. Anyways, I never made it, but the point is I like did the whole pro dancing thing and I was like, what does she mean it's a trauma response? Like I did it and it was definitely not. And then like as I started listening to her, I was like, oh, it for sure was. It for sure was.
It always is.
And then I ended up following her on Instagram. Then I'm like, I have to work with this girl. So then I started I was a mentorship with her for what, like a year? I don't know, somewhere along the time
Yeah,
I
like,
started working with you,
yeah.
besties.
Now we're besties. Now Keisha's in my bridesmaids. Now she's a bridesmaid. How do you
Yes.
say it? Now she's a bridesmaid.
Are we okay? Human words.
Human words are hard. I know, I felt the same about you. Like, I remember we were DMing before I like really knew before you were like in
Mhm.
anything. And I was just like, this bitch is cool. Like she's just like this, like Like I don't know. We just give the same vibe. So I'm like, okay, I fuck with her before I even really knew you.
Oh, literally. It's so funny
Yeah.
because when we go to trapeze, like you know how we always like take videos? Half the time I'm watching your video and I think it's me and I'm like, wait, my hair's not that long.
No, wait. Oh my God. Okay. Because you posted a video the other day and then I like clicked on your page because I don't, people's shit doesn't pop up on my fucking
Feed.
page. Like,
So
so I
annoying.
was like catching up on your stuff. And then I saw a video of trapeze and I was like, wait, is that me or is that Keisha? And I couldn't tell.
I know who can
So
be too.
I don't know who can be too short.
We're both upside down in the splits. That's got to be one of us, you know?
We were
Everyone
both in
else
black
knows
that
we're black.
day.
Yeah. We
So
did both wear black. Forgot about that.
who
Oh
knows?
man. Well, Bestie is getting married, what, 10 days from now? 10.
What the fuck? Oh my God. 10, 16, 16
Oh,
days.
16? Oh, I'm not good at math,
Yes.
so not my bad. Sorry.
Listen, you just freaked me the fuck. I was like, fuck.
I tried to tell Tate she started school in 6 days, and she was like, "Can I count?" And it was like 11. I was like, "My
Fine. Basically 10 days. Same thing.
bad." Yeah, same thing. Allie's like, "I'm about to have a heart attack in this chair right now. Please."
I'll be there in 10 days. So it's basically,
Oh, that's
basically
what it is.
yes.
I'll be there in 10 days as well. Okay. I
Yes.
wasn't too far off.
No.
Okay,
You'll
good.
be there in 10. Okay, wait. We'll talk about that later. I need to know
Okay.
when you're getting there.
We'll figure out the
What's
details.
going on?
Anyways, so obviously Bestie is getting married, so she's going to be stepping into her motherhood era. So I wanted to chat to you about like things that you'll be reprogramming. Like basically, what are some societal beliefs that you know that you have taken on that you don't even necessarily want to, or you don't know how you've taken on, but you know you want to reprogram them?
Yes. Oh my God. Well, one of them is like how your body's fucked after you give birth. And like, I love my mom and she's so hot. And she also let herself not be in her prime health and body
Same.
after she gave birth to me a little. And then it was more so like my sister,
Hmm.
like 10 years after me. And I just remember like from a young age, like 6, 7, 8, and then 10 again when my sister was born, of just seeing my mom and then my friends, most of my friends' moms too, like kind of just not care about themselves.
Yes.
And in the name of motherhood, of like,
Mhm.
oh, I'm a mom and blah, blah, blah. And not that my mom was complaining about being a mom. My mom loved being a mom. And I never heard my mom complain about being a mom once, but just my mirror neurons picked up on it. Like my mirror neurons, which anyone listening, if you don't know, it's just like mirror neurons are if you are watching someone do something, then you like pick up on how it's done and then you just start to think that's the way it is or that's how you do it. And so I would just watch her not take care of herself and put everyone else before herself.
Hmm.
And so then I linked that to, oh my God, if I'm a mom, like I'm fucked. I can't do anything I want. My health is fucked. My body's fucked. I'm gonna get fat. And I just like that's a big one too that like I still logically know that won't happen, but emotionally, I still am like, oh my gosh, like, okay, let me be like in the best shape of my life before I get pregnant. Let me get my hormones right because I'm like, I don't want my body to get fucked. And I still have these limiting beliefs of like, oh my gosh, I could give birth and then like not quote bounce back right away and
Right.
all of these things. So that would probably be one of the biggest ones. That and also, I've worked through this a lot, but feeling like your career goes like
Yes.
down the drain or like you can't like your career's over, you're stuck at home with the baby, your husband's gonna like just go cheat on you. Like
Hmm.
all of these things just from watching it happen growing up,
Right.
but also like just society. Like there's this persona moms take on that you don't have to take on that are like it's like I'm a rundown, ragged mom and I
Right.
hate my kids because I don't put myself for like
Yes. I can't
so
get dressed because I have kids and yeah.
yeah, I'm like, I don't have kids, so I can't say shit about shit right now. But I want to be the mom who puts herself first, and because then you can show up better for your kids.
No, for sure. And see, it's interesting. So my mom too, like she's tiny, like she's just built like naturally small, but her stomach, she's always had a bigger stomach. It's something that like she's not a workout girl. Like she'll go on like walks and stuff, but like she was never healthy. Like she was highly, highly depressed. I didn't know she was depressed when I was little, but she was always like asleep on the couch and like obviously to no fault of her own. But like as you were saying, as a kid, I soaked that in. So I thought, oh my God, I'm gonna be so tired and depleted. I'm gonna be on the couch all day. Like and something that really bothered me as a kid that I didn't realize bothered me until I got older, when she would take me to school in the morning, she would just like roll out of bed in her robe and drop me off. And I would see other moms like put together and dressed and like cute. And I was like, well, why can't my mom do that? And it's very like a weird thing, but I had plugged that in
Yeah.
my brain of like, oh, well, like I can't be pretty, I can't be skinny, I can't be all these things. It's very weird to work through, but like happy I did. And now to your point of like when I get pregnant with my second one, it's like, oh, everyone, oh my God, on TikTok, Instagram. Well, it's harder after your second kid. Why? Why?
Yeah. Why?
I have a whole like list of like inspo, right? So I'm like in the process because you know this, you do this too, but like finding proof of like, right, if someone else can do it, then I can do it because why can this girl over here do it and be a millionaire and have the career and multiple kids and a hot body, but I can't? Please.
Yes.
So I have a whole inspo going right now of like moms with two or more kids that like have all the things I want. And I'm like, yes, brain, do you see this? This is proof. This is going to be us, okay? We're not taking anything less. No negotiations.
So literally, yes, I have a fucking um album on my phone and like you're fucking in it.
Yes.
Like I have all
Goals.
these like hot moms who are like really fucking hot and like I forget they're moms not because they're not a good mom, but
Right.
because they that's not their only identity. Like
Mhm.
they still have the other identities too, along with adding on mom as an identity and like being a good mom, but they still embody like their other things too, and they don't say no to things just because they're mom. Like, yes, your life changes. Yes, you are like you have a more tight schedule. Yes, you're
Totally.
busier. Yes, you're more, you know, like it's something me and Justin talk about you guys all the time, and we appreciate this about you guys.
Oh,
Like
thanks.
nothing is worse than someone who just doesn't know when to leave. Like someone who just overstays or someone who just like doesn't have anything to go to after your plans. It's like, no, like when you're a mom, you guys got to get the fuck home. Like
You
you
gotta
go to
go.
your
Yeah.
plans, you got to get home and then you have to do this. And it's like, I'm like that too. I'm like a go, go, go person. So I just appreciate that. And so like your life doesn't, yes, your life changes, but you don't have
Right.
to like put everything to the
On hold.
side.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
The whole
No,
world.
100%. And even this kind of goes back to our point where you're talking of like, getting ready. Like, sure, but that's a choice that you make. Like, sure, do you need to get ready every day? Maybe not. Maybe it's healing your self-image and feeling like fucking glowing and like a rock star makeup free. Like, that's an option, sure. Or maybe like I personally, I'm a routine girl. Like, I love to get up, get ready, even if it's not a full face of makeup. Maybe it's just like some under eye something and some blush and then go. But it's just like when I had Tatum, that made me feel good because postpartum, you just granted, you have the tools now, so I feel like you're not gonna have a problem at all. But like when I didn't at the time, I didn't have the tools. You just don't feel like yourself. Like you're so
Yeah.
like just blah. So anyway, my point, I would get Tatum and I would wear her and I would get ready. And I'm like, what? Why do you guys whine about this so much? Like, is it hard? Sure, but it's like choose your heart. Do I want to sit around and be mopey all day and like feel more depressed, or do I want to feel somewhat like myself because I brushed my hair and brushed my teeth and did something right and got out of bed? It's like choose your heart type situation. And I just refuse to be someone who, and you're the same way too, which is why we vibe so well. I refuse to be someone who just buys into the narrative that you're told, oh, you have to buy into this tired mom belief. You have to run yourself into the ground. Hobbies, forget it. Like that child, that's your only responsibility for 18 years. And it's like, wait, why? Why can't my child join my hobby? Or God forbid I get a babysitter, you know?
Like God forbid. I know. And what people like, I feel like don't, and again, like obviously, I'm not a mom yet, but I have intuition and I have worked with moms and then I like talk to Keisha
Right.
and I know moms and a lot of my best friends are moms. So I like hear this from them too, who I, like feel like, oh my gosh, they are like locked in how they're doing it. Like you bring Tate to trapeze and now she loves trapeze. Like,
Right.
or if you put yourself, if she didn't want to go and you put yourself first and you went and you got a babysitter or she stayed with Chris or whoever,
Right.
like you're going to come home and be a better mom because you put yourself first and you gave to yourself and then you
Exactly.
can then show up with more energy to give to her.
100%. Because how are you going to pour from a depleted cup? It's like you give, 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 and it's like, well, no one's giving to me. Well, yeah, you don't have anything else to give. Now it's written in your creator field, don't give to me. I'm not first. And so everyone's, showing that back to you, and now you're just in a worse depression, right? It's like the cycle that keeps going. I said postpartum depression, anxiety, and rage for 3 fucking years. 3 fucking years. And it's like, I could have healed it in 3 months, but then again, if I would have done that, then we wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have MILF, I wouldn't have all the things. So like I'm grateful
Exactly.
for that trauma, but like shit, man. Like I was down and out.
I know. I do not want to be this like angry corner
Mm-mm.
like rat who's like pissed off all the time.
Like a bridge troll is what it reminds me of. Like,
Yeah,
the
it's like a
troll.
bridge troll. Yes, I don't because that only happens because you're not putting yourself first. Even if I'm not putting myself first in life or in business, like I'll start to get like that. And I'm like, this
Totally.
is no one else's fault but my own. Like I just need to
100%.
put myself first. And then I can, it's like if you take your, like someone's like, hey, can you take me to the airport? You like are like, yeah, but let me put gas in my car first and then I can pick you up.
Right.
Because if you pick them up with no gas, well, they're not getting to the fucking airport. You're now pulled over to the side of the road. You got to call fucking AAA. Like now they're missing their flight. Nobody
100%.
wins.
Right.
But if you put yourself first, you put gas in your tank first, then you get them there and everyone wins.
Honestly, that was a beautiful analogy. I'm still in that, putting that in my toolbook.
Write that one down.
Saving that after, write it down. Also, I'm glad you mentioned like the career piece because I had that ingrained in my fucking head that I could not have a career after I had a baby. So, to give you context, I got pregnant dating Chris for 3 months. We lived in Washington, D.C. I worked for Red Bull. That was like my pride and joys, my passion hobby. It was all my identity. Like all of these, I put everything in there. Granted, it needed to be blown up, right? Because like who does that? Me, but I need to learn from it, right? But anyways, all this to say, so I got pregnant and I'm like, I can't have a career anymore. They're gonna fire me. And I ended up manifesting that situation, which turned into like a bigger thing than it again needed to be. But I proved it true to my brain, right? Because it was so ingrained in my energy that I literally created the exact situation that I feared so much. It actually happened. And so then after I didn't, granted 2020 happened, so like I didn't need a job at that point. Like, so I didn't work
Literally.
like a year. Yeah, I'm like, well, this is perfect timing.
Perfect timing, honestly.
So I got to be a stay-at-home mom, and I was like, wait, like this is kind of fucking cool. Because before she was going to daycare, like my mom would watch her when she was in town, but she would go to daycare from like 9 to 3, 9 to 5, whatever, while I worked. That kind of fucking sucked, like not seeing your kid. And then they go to bed so early when they're babies, like 6 o'clock. So I saw her, what, an hour, 2 hours, and then she was asleep. And I was like, well, that fucking sucks. You know what I mean? So when I got to
Yeah.
be home with her, I'm like, oh, like this is kind of fun. Like exhausting, sure. Like, did I have reflections out the wazoo? Absolutely. But like we got to bond and like I got to actually fall in love with being a mom versus like, here, take my kid all day so I can go work over here. And with the money I was making, I think I was making like 60,000 a year. And not to say that's not a decent amount of money, but daycare, I was paying 2 grand a month. So like almost half my check at least went to the freaking daycare. So
That's what I'm
wild.
saying. You're like working to then like pay for childcare.
Yes.
So it's like why just then just not do that? Why?
Yeah, 100%. But I'm glad like I went through that with Tatum because if I would have had that in this business right now, my business would have crashed and burned. And now I'm like, oh, it's fine. Like I'll take, I'm not somebody to sit around, neither are you. So like, will I take like what's it called? Postpartum leave,
Uh,
maternity leave. There we go.
Maternity leave. Yeah. I'm like, wait, I
Like,
know that one.
sure, I'll probably take a month off because I'll be like, adjusting and tired. But I know myself. I'm going to be back podcasting. I'm going to be on socials and like probably plugging in one-on-ones here. 'Cause that's just how I am. But like, man, what a time. And I know you'll be the same way. I know you're going to take off like a month and be like, okay, guys, I'm bored. Who wants to?
Like, team, I'm coming back.
They're like, what do you mean, Allie? You're out for another 6 weeks. Nope, it's canceled.
Nope, I'm done. It's canceled. Sign me the fuck up. I know I even have like I in my Thriving Moms album, I
100%.
have like screenshots of, people I've seen on TikTok or Instagram
Yes.
who talk about my business got 10,000 times better when I had my kid, or
Genius.
I had the whatever idea when I was pregnant. And so those are in my album too, because there's this like belief that gets wired into women
Hmm.
of yeah, like say goodbye to your career once you have a baby. And I'm like, literally,
Why?
why?
Yeah. I'm like, and I actually told you about this. Like, I had this belief, like, going off of that, like, well, Tate can't be in my videos. That's so unprofessional. And I'm like, wait, I had to take it. You know what I mean? Like, make up in your head, it makes sense. And then you like say it out loud and you're like, what the fuck? Why? There's like so many hot moms with
Yeah.
their kids in videos, like talking about their business. And I'm like, come on, get in here,
Yeah,
girl.
and your brand's literally MILF, so like it makes
It makes
sense.
sense,
Like it
right? And
checks
I'm
out.
like,
Yes.
hello.
Like, excuse me. Hello.
I've named my brain Brenda. And whenever it's a neuroscience hack. So whenever you like name your brain, right, you're not seeing it as yourself, you're seeing it as someone else. So I'm not yelling
Yes.
at me, I'm yelling at Brenda. And I'm like, Brenda, what the fuck? Okay.
Shut the
We're not
fuck up,
linking that to
Brenda.
yeah. Brenda, you fucking bitch. Okay. Unlink that right now. It doesn't align. And then I feel good about it. I'm like, oh, it's gone. I visualize it like her flicking it away.
Yes, Brenda, shut the fuck up. She's out of here. We can't be having her.
We can't. Like, she's crazy. You know what I mean?
She's
God.
nuts.
What are some, well, I guess, have you even thought about like when you do have the baby, have you put some like plans into place of like things that you'll do, or have we not crossed that bridge yet?
Yeah, I mean, I had my team. Like I told Sarah, COO Sarah, I said, you have to come up with a plan for when I'm pregnant, like when I'm pregnant and maternity leave, like if I don't want to
Right.
work. Now, again, we probably won't throw the plan in place because
Right.
I will get bored and I will want to
Pop in.
work.
Right.
But yeah, I said even if I want to plan for all 9 months I'm pregnant, eat like just for whatever reason, if I don't want to like
Yeah.
work somehow. So what they have like a whole pregnancy plan in place for
Genius.
me, which like, Jonna, Team Intuitive takes over the membership. We have, things like set
Right.
in place. I'm don't think I'm gonna run that plan,
Right.
but it's there in
It's there
case,
in case.
or
Yeah.
yeah, or like month 9 if I want to run that plan, and then like the first 2 months after I give birth or
Right.
whatever it is. But I know me and I'm gonna want to be sharing my life. So even if I'm not like maybe doing sessions or whatever, I'm gonna be on Instagram, I'm gonna be on TikTok,
Right.
I'm gonna be fucking vlogging me giving birth because I don't care. I'm like, watch, here it is on YouTube. Go check it
Which
out.
angle do you want? Here, here.
Yeah, do you want my vagina or do you want a different angle?
No, same because it's like people, I find it interesting and like you're the same way as I am on this as well. Like I talk about everything, I show everything. But people don't show enough, you know? Like we're living in a time where like people love authenticity and they love to see like a real time like, reaction, viewpoint, whatever. And you're really good about this, like especially when you get on and like talk about your reflections, like you'll solve it like 2 minutes before posting. I'm like, damn, she
Exactly what I do.
I'm like, honestly, good for her. It takes me a little bit longer to like, I'll solve it, but then I have to think about how I'm going to dumb it down and teach it. You know what I mean? But you're really good about it. And it's why people are so drawn to you, right? Because they feel that authentic energy. And so, anyway, tying it into like moms and being pregnant, like having someone who's fucking real and being like, look, here's what I'm going through. Here's how I healed it. Here's how you can do it too. We're going to change the world.
1000%. And I'm like, would we hide it? And hiding it's the problem. Hiding it's why
Right.
people think they're fucking crazy
Right.
for going through an experience.
For sure.
And I think it comes back to like a self-image thing, right? Because it's like people get embarrassed about whatever they're going through, so they don't share it. And then they don't share it. And then other people get embarrassed, and then no one shares it. And then everyone's like,
Right.
fucked.
Because they're all
And
struggling and embarrassed. And it's like, now no one's healing.
yeah. And then everyone's just still fucked.
Right.
So I'm like, post it on YouTube.
Literally. You guys want a free webinar on it? Let's jump in. Let's talk about it.
Let me give a webinar while I'm giving birth. Hold on.
Hold on, guys. Contraction. Okay. And then,
Okay, we're back. Like
okay.
everyone else
And
can
then
watch, but Justin's gonna be by my head. He's not gonna watch my
yes,
vagina, like by my head.
I did that with Chris too. I will tell you this. Chris walked around one time and he said, I'm good. And I looked at him and I said, I told your stupid ass to stay back here. And then, so I had to have an emergency C-section, which not ideal, but you know what? We're both happy and healthy. That's all that matters. Anyway, I had to have an emergency C-section. Chris is standing. The doctor says, please sit down. We're about to start. And they put a big, like, I don't know, a
Yeah, those sheets.
gown up, sheet.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. So that they do the surgery and like pull the baby out. Chris is standing like, sir, please sit down. He's like, I'm good. So they cut me open, they toss my intestines on the table, and he starts getting white. I'm like, Chris, I swear to God, if you pass out right now and make this about you, you're fucking done. I'm literally getting cut open while I'm speaking to you, and you have the audacity to try to pass out right now.
Not Chris passing out.
He was like, okay, you're right. So he like sat down and was like, trying to be a manly man again. I'm like, sir, please.
Wait a minute. They pull your intestines out?
hmm So they take I don't know the exact 4 layers. I'm not a detailed girly. I can give you a general picture of what's going on, but so they cut like 2 layers. So your skin layer, they cut through your abdominal muscles, then they cut through the uterus, and then, well, and your intestines are there somewhere. They got to pull out to cut through the uterus, and then they pull the baby out. The problem, you guys, I'm giving you very graphic information here, but Tatum, I had pushed for 2 hours. She was too big. She got stuck in my hips. So now the kid's stuck in my hips. They can't just like pull her out because she's like lodged in my hips. So they had to like, go in my vagina, push her head out, like dislodge her, and then pull her out. It was a whole thing. The girl had a massive cone head. Poor girl. It went away in like 2 days, but we were like, oh my God, she was
Poor
definitely
Tate.
stuck.
She was stuck in there.
Poor girl. But now she's perfect. It's fine.
Oh my God, they pull your fucking intestines out?
Isn't that wild?
That's wild.
I didn't know that till
Wow.
afterwards, and I was like, you know what? That's good because I think if
That's
I would
good.
have known, I would have been like panicked.
For sure. I'm gonna be like, if that happens to me, I'm gonna be like, excuse me, how are my intestines doing over there? Are
Just
we
call me.
okay?
I'll talk you through it. Be like, okay, so here's what's going on.
Don't mind me and my intestines just everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. It's fine. But but I will say, okay, so I I knew intuitively I was gonna have to get a C-section. I refused to acknowledge it, refuse. So did I prepare? No. But when I was laying there, because it took them forever to like get me to stop bleeding and sew me back up for whatever reason, I don't know, didn't look into that. But while they were doing that, I
Well,
was visualizing like the perfect scar. I'm like, I don't know what C-section scars look like, but it's gonna be perfect. Let me tell you what. It's perfect. I don't have the C-section shelf. It's like literally below my bikini line. Like it was great. So I'm like, okay, the visualization is key. I have a whole like visualization tool that I teach in MILF like for this specifically, but I'm telling you, I was like, that scar is better than I visualized.
I've never even noticed your scar.
See, exactly.
So it worked.
And she's seen me naked quite a few times.
I've seen Keisha naked most times. We're either getting a spray tan or changing or doing something.
It's true. We are. Oh my goodness. Well, on that note, what are your biggest pregnancy fears? Or do you have any?
Let me think. I've been this past year, I've been clearing up a lot, but I'll tell you the ones that I've been clearing.
hmm
So I would say one is just rage the whole time, like
Yes.
luteal phase rage, but times 1,000, like you hear about.
I
Because
can confirm.
sorry to Justin if that happens, like apologies in advance.
I understand.
So that one for sure. Another one would be yeah, like I gaining weight was a big one for me. Like gaining
Right.
weight other than my belly, like gaining weight in my arms or my legs or my thighs or my butt or like my face. Like obviously my belly, like that's obviously
Right.
yes, not
Given.
like
Yeah.
no fear there, but yeah, like other places or and then it not going away and it
Yeah.
not being able to lose it right away or my energetic boob job that I've worked so hard to do on myself multiple times.
Yeah, we can't be letting that go.
Or that, like, just going away and then having to like redo that, which
Mhm.
probably like is, I could see that happening because what I do when I create something is I find the holes and gaps of like what people are going
Right.
to say about it. So something like an energetic boob job, people could say like, well, yeah, you created boobs, but like you haven't given birth yet and been a mom. Like, how do you repair them from there? So I
Mhm.
can see my higher self wanting me to do that. So then I can do it and then be like, no, I did it. Like, you can't find a
Yeah.
hole in this now. So I can see that happening. But that's not really too much of like a fear. It's more like gaining weight, not feeling like myself, or being nauseous like
Yeah.
24/7, which all of those things, obviously, as you and your community knows, like you can clear up before it even has to happen. Like you guys know this. You can look at all the pregnancy symptom reflections or things that could happen and then see, test intuitively how much of an energetic match you are to getting them. And then you can, let's say you are like a 98% match to getting nauseous, you can just go see why and what's making you a match for it and clear it. So obviously your community knows that, but that's what I've been kind of doing. I've also been working on my hormones and getting them
Mm.
balanced. I texted you about this. I was intuitively seeing like my estrogen was high and then my progesterone was kind of low. So I've been really balancing those out too, because the fear was like out of balance hormones, which then obviously if they're out of balance
Right.
not being pregnant, they're going to get fucking 10 times worse being pregnant.
Right.
And the rage that I get from out of balanced hormones is not.
Same, and it's funny that you get high estrogen and low progesterone too, because that's what, before I even got pregnant, that's something I was working on. Not to get pregnant, but it's just like, I was always freaking mad. I'm like, is everyone in the world just this irritated, or is it just me? You know?
I'm
My
like, why do
doctor's
I
like, well, let me
fucking hate
check.
everything right now? Yeah.
I'm like, why do I want to fight everyone that walks by me? And it's like, oh no, my hormones are just crazy. And anyway, the Dr. Brown that I sent you, we started working on that and then obviously healed them enough to get pregnant because I got pregnant like, well, again, without trying within like 6 to 8 months. I was like, wow, he really did some work there.
You healed it a little too good.
I healed it too good. I was like, oh man.
You did too much healing.
I'm glad you brought up the pregnancy symptoms too, because even like to your point, like, yes, you can see if you're a match and then solve it before it even happens. And then if you like slip up and you don't see something and you do get a symptom, guess what? You can still heal it and you don't have to sit with it the whole pregnancy. You can heal it in a day, 2 days, whatever. So you're not stuck with it. So, like, I actually didn't have like nausea or throw up with Tate. But I had a lot of low back pain. Go figure. The energetic root cause low back pain, as you guys probably know, fear of finances. And I was terrified because I'm like, how am I going to provide for myself and a child? Even though I had
Yeah.
Chris, but like I was convinced I was doing everything alone, my own
Yeah.
shit, right? But just to know now that like when I get those aches and pains, I can shift them and not be like, oh my God, I need a bath every night just to like, get by and get decent sleep.
Yes, no, literally. And another thing that popped up in my head as you're talking about this is I also, and this is like a thing I've like finally worked through as of a few months ago, but I've had this my whole entire life of I'm gonna get pregnant, I'm gonna get not desirable, my husband's gonna cheat on me, and then I'm gonna be like fucked, right? And then that's what ends up happening, not
Right.
because you are less desirable, but because you
Right.
feel like you're less desirable. So then you become less attracted to yourself.
Uh-huh.
And then your creator field screams, don't be attracted to me. And then your partner then ends up not being attracted to you because your creator field's literally writing the script telling them to not be attracted to you, not because you're not attractive, but
Right.
because you decided you're less desirable. But it's always after people have the baby because you know the program of like pregnancy is beautiful, right? Like
Uh-huh.
there's a program of like pregnancy is so beautiful.
And you're
So that's
glowing and your hair's beautiful. Yeah.
yes. So that's like women's program. And then that's when too, like I've heard so many like men say, I've been most attracted to my women
Mm,
when
yeah.
they're pregnant. That's why, because they have the program of pregnancy is beautiful, but you're actually getting bigger and you're getting like all these things. So it's not like it's because your energy says pregnancy is
Beautiful.
beautiful. And
Right.
so you write like I am beautiful, I'm attractive, I am glowing, and then that's what people then see. So if you can just
Right.
keep that script fucking going after you give birth, then you're gonna just still be creating that. Anytime like a man loses desire for the woman after she gives birth, it's don't yell at me.
I'm just the messenger.
Don't yell at me. I'm just messaging. It's a yes, the men have their own stuff to work through, of course, but you are making yourself a match for them to take out their whatever they have to work through on you
Mhm.
because of
And
your now lack of desire or attraction to yourself. I mean, I've been cheated on,
I've been cheated on.
and yeah, and so it's like I can say this freely because it's happened to me.
Mhm.
And it's literally a result of my own creator field and my own level of attraction to myself physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. So if you can get that high and then keep that high, of course, there's new levels. Like I've gotten it high now after 10 years of being in the
Years.
fucking ditches, but I've gotten it high now. But when I get pregnant, it's going to be a new level of keeping it high.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
it'll be a new level of the video game. So, but if you have those tools before and your brain knows how to access them, that's why like a course like Keisha's, like you don't just need it when you're pregnant, you need it probably before or before
Right.
you even are thinking about it because you get these tools in your brain And then when you do have like new heightened levels to hit of self-image because
Yep.
things are changing or whatever it is, then you have the tools in your back pocket and you're used to doing them versus like just getting new tools and trying to have to work how they're going
Right.
to work for you.
Yes, I actually had one girl take MILF, and she was like, I'm not even planning on getting pregnant for the next like year or two. Or when she took it, she was like, but I'm gonna take it now so I'm prepared. I'm like, genius. And she ended up getting pregnant like a month or two ago. And she's like, thank God, because she's like, I've cleared all my pregnancy symptoms, so I'm not having to just be nauseous this whole time. I'm like, yeah, genius. I wish I would have had that, when I was pregnant with Jake.
Literally. Yeah, like take it before because yeah, you have time then to
Hmm.
like clear all your symptoms before you even get pregnant. And you can see what you'd be a match for in a year or 2 years or in 5 years and just clear it now.
Yeah. Just learn the lesson now. You don't have to learn it in
E-
5 years. It's my favorite thing to
Exactly.
do, to be honest.
It's the best thing to do.
Oh, and on your okay, so yes, we have the programming of like I just thought of this, sorry. Pregnancy is like beautiful. We also have the programming because I have been seeing this lately on my Instagram feed of women posting their like postpartum progress, but the people that have been on my page, which is why I've been working through this belief, have not been the people that have been um getting back to their size. They're complaining, right? And they're sharing a raw perspective, sure, but it's a very victim mentality perspective. And I know it's not easy for everyone, but healing the shit, it can be easier. I guarantee you because I went through it. Like from experience, it can be done. But anyway, but yeah, back to your point of like postpartum programming is like, oh, this is how it is. Your body's ruined. This is your life now. And it's like, but why? I was so hot pregnant and you're telling me I can't be hot now? Like, what do you mean?
Exactly. Or it's like this like post baby belly, but like 5 years later. And
Yeah.
again, I've not had this experience, but I've seen Keisha do it and I've seen our bestie Krista do it and I've seen people do it.
Yeah.
And I've seen moms go both ways. I've seen moms who identify with like I just have a mom bod now, and I've seen moms identify with like I gave birth and I can equally like take care of myself and get back to feeling however I want to feel.
Right.
And people get triggered by saying bounce back, and I think it's
They
a
do. I'm
very
like, it's so interesting.
yeah, I know people get triggered by it, and it's like how people get triggered by everything. It's like how people who don't feel like they can make money get triggered by rich people. It's like
Right.
how people don't feel like they want career success, but something deep down tells them
They can't have
they have
it.
a limiting belief that I can't. They're going to get triggered by people with career success. So same
Right.
thing, people who don't have the belief in themselves that I can heal my hormones, shift something, come
Hmm.
back to feeling good, they're going to get mad at saying bounce back.
Right.
And that's all it is. Like I would just look at like what's triggering to you about how do you feel like someone's being like, oh, you feel like they're being insensitive or whatever. You feel like not everyone just bounces back. True, like some people don't mean to bounce back and they just
Right.
do, right? But there's always a solution. Like my motto is if God/source has a solution, so can fucking I. And
Exactly.
there's always like even if your hormones out of whack, even if you gain 60 pounds, even if like you're eating healthy, working out, nothing's working, all that means is I'm missing something. Like, okay, I'm eating healthy, working out, nothing's working. Maybe there's a hormone imbalance. Maybe there's I'm beating myself up too much, so I'm creating extra fat, not leaving. Like, if something's not working, it's not that it's not going to work. Something's just missing.
Right. I mean, I gained 50 pounds. When I got pregnant, I was around like 120, 125. Now I sit around like 110, 115, depending where I'm at in my cycle. And not that weight matters, but my point is I look hotter now than I did pre-baby. And you guys have seen on my feed, like I always post like before and after pictures. And so it's very interesting when people are like, bounce back. I'm like, baby, I bounced way the fuck back because I bounced back so hard that I'm hotter now.
No, you're so much hotter now. Like those photos are beautiful of you too, and you're hot there, but you're
Right.
like a whole other level of and like my definition of hot is like what people's highest potential is in their body and in their
Yeah.
capability of like what they're able to create. And like you are so much more at that potential than you were before.
100%. I was just so embedded with like limiting beliefs of like money, what was possible for me. You know what I mean? And it showed. It fucking showed. And it's crazy. But like, thank God I got my shit together. And like, again, here we are.
Yes. And there's like a literal like neuroscience thing where if you are like mad at someone for having the thing that you want, you actually will stop yourself from getting it. So if you're mad at people
Mhm.
for bouncing back, you're going to stop yourself from getting it. At the end of the day, anytime any of us are mad, myself included, it's because we are wanting something that the other person has, so we're mad at it. Like I can
Exactly.
totally like see like getting mad, being like, oh, like I hate that person's like showing off their body after their baby. Like, of course they look good. Like they were already naturally skinny before their mom's really naturally thin, like whatever. I'm over here, blah, blah, blah. But there's always a way. Like
Always away.
there's never a no
Yeah.
in my head. Like
Yeah.
the answer's never no. Like never be the one to tell yourself no.
Exactly. Because one thing about me, and I have really programmed this into my field, is I'm a literal psychopath and I will succeed at anything that I put my mind to. Like, you can't convince me otherwise. And, like, even when this is actually how I lost the weight and how like, intuitively channeled the plan to lose all the weight is because one of Chris's friends, he was older. So, Chris was 23 when we got pregnant, and this man was like in his 30s, and he had like a 1 or 2 year old. He wasn't even coming from a malicious place, but he was like, "Oh, what? You have a baby, like your body's just not the same. You're gonna." He was talking about his wife, like, my wife and her stomach's a little more flabby, and she's beautiful and I love her. And I was like, I don't know who the fuck you think you're talking to, but that won't happen to me. Over my dead fucking body will it happen to me? And I live to tell the tale of how it did not happen to me. You know what I mean? But it's like I was so triggered by that for the longest time, and now I'm like, actually, I'm very grateful for that because that's what did it, honestly. Because I was like, who the fuck do you think you are, sir?
Yes. Yes. I feel like we're the kind of people who's like, please tell me I can't do it because that'll make me
Right.
motivated to do it more.
Because I'll do it in 3 days.
I'll do it in three fucking. Tell me I can't, and like I'll do it in literally 2 minutes. Please help me out here. Actually, I need to speed this up.
Exactly. And isn't that funny too? Because growing up, like I'm just irritated all the time. I used to see it as such a negative thing. It's actually, I love it about me because when I'm angry and I'm irritated, that's when I take action. If I was happy and content, I'd be fucking sitting on the couch all day, just chill and, just watching TV. I don't know. But when I get irritated, I'm like, motherfucker, let me make this video, let me type this email, and I'm going. And that's when I make the money. Like, it's funny because people are like, luteal phase, I chill. And like, don't get me wrong, I chill too, but that's when my like spice is turned on, and that's when I always make the most money.
Yes. No, literally. Literally. It brings a very like creative energy.
Yes.
And all the luteal phase does is just fucking amplify how
Uh,
you're feeling anyway. So like it's just gonna motivate you.
exactly. And I'm like, let's go.
Like, let's fucking go. Everyone can move out of Keisha's fucking way.
100%. Okay, random question, but do you think, or what are your thoughts on like hiring a nanny part-time or like doing a night nurse or like, what are your thoughts on that? How do you feel?
Yeah, I so just because of obviously the work we do, like intuition, I would just use my intuition. So what
Same.
I would do, like per kid I have, is look at their soul and see, like, okay, if I hire a night nanny, it's going to make them feel disconnected from me, like 0 to 100%. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
it won't if I do it 3 times, but if I do it 5 times a week, it will. But I can do it 3 times a week. So
And
I'll
be
hire the
fine.
night nanny 3 times a week, and then the rest, like me and Justin will do it and whatever. Or like I'll look at that stuff. So I don't have a human kind of preference. I want to
Yeah.
do kind of whatever intuition says is best for like myself and the baby. Because if the baby feels disconnected from me, then I'm gonna also feel sad and feel
Right.
disconnected.
You can't be having
So
that.
you can't be having that. Like I want my kids to like me. But I am not against help in any way, shape, or form. I will totally get a nanny or hire my mom or somebody
Right.
to be there. And I'm gonna be that person too that like they do this a lot in Europe, and I know you know this, but in Europe, they just take their kids along on like the adult lifestyle. And
Mhm.
in America, it's very like kid focused and kid centric.
Yeah.
But in Europe, you're just seeing the kids at nice restaurants. You're just seeing the kids out and about. You're just seeing the kids just go with the parents.
Right.
And I really like that style
I agree.
because then the kid just learns how to sit at dinner without their iPad and just sit in silence. The
Right.
kid learns. I grew up going, my dad gambled all the time.
Same.
And so that for us.
Breath.
And so didn't we realize our dads are both gamblers and our moms are both teachers? Is that what happened?
My mom's not a teacher, but she's a heavily people pleaser. So like the same
Oh, that's
things
what
you do.
yes. Yes, that's what it was. So my dad would always take us to Atlantic City, which is like the East Coast Vegas.
And I would always
'Cause
go to
we could drive.
Vegas. So
Yeah, so perfect. See, it's perfect. You were on the West Coast, I was on the East Coast.
100%.
Drive like 3 hours to Atlantic City in New Jersey. And because my dad gambled, he got like these fucking massive suites at like Caesars and at all these places.
Same.
Like we were living large.
I love to go for that reason. And Tate loves to go for that reason. She's like, I want to stay in the two-story room. I'm like, girl,
Yes, yes, at no cost to Vito Ninfo, other than he just goes to the casino all the time. So they gifted him this
uh-huh,
room.
uh-huh.
So we would go and they would just bring me with to like all these really nice restaurants. And I'd be like three doing like since I was a baby, like out of the womb doing this. And so I just learned to go to the restaurant and I would sit there and be quiet and I would be entertained.
Yeah.
And I had never had a problem. And then I always got the compliment growing up, like, oh my gosh, you're really mature for your age. Like,
Right.
so I just feel, and I hear people now because I always find like holes in what I say, like, let kids be kids.
Yeah.
But also, if you center your whole life around the kid, what do they become? They think the whole world revolves around them. If the kid thinks their whole world revolves around them, they're going to become entitled. They're going to think things come easy. They're going to give up on their goals because the goals aren't going to come easy and then they're going to give up. You're not setting them up for success if you do that.
Mhm.
So I really liked that I just was along with my parents and it wasn't like yes, my mom like cared for me and stuff, but it wasn't always about like, oh, let's not go to Atlantic City because Allie is a kid and let's take her to a play class, you
Right.
know? So and obviously like I'm sure I went to those things too, but I'm gonna just take my kid places
Yeah,
with me,
same. It's a great
you
time.
know?
Like I took me
Yes.
and Tate went to lunch the other day. I was like, we're at lunch with my bestie. You know what I mean? So I'm glad that like, because I had that same belief. Like, okay, my parents, same thing that you just said. I did the same thing, and everyone's like, you're so mature, like you're so calm, and I really like that because to your point, it gave me drive, it gave me like tenacity. My brother had the opposite, and we won't, shit on my brother, but he's not. He's thinks shit comes easy and gives up on his goals. I'll leave it at that.
Totally.
It's
Yeah.
totally based on like that. I never thought about it like that, but like, yeah, it totally is because he got the world catered to him and I didn't. And I had to
Yep.
like work for it, which paid off,
Yes.
thank God, you know?
Exactly, exactly. If you get things catered to you and it becomes all about you, I mean, and then think about if you raise a boy and you're doing that to him, then like he doesn't want to try with girls, and then he thinks
Right.
like he doesn't have to like impress girls or be so it just
Yeah.
doesn't work like that.
No, I agree. And this is on topic, but off topic, like using intuition to channel like what's best for the child. So when I first like got pregnant, I was convinced, I'm like, oh no, like she's not sleeping in my room. Like she's gonna sleep in her crib. No. She like that's not how she like is wired. Like she feels very connected to me, like sleeping in my room. The kid still sleeps in my room. I would not change it for the world. Like we have what is it called? Bed shared. Like she slept in her bassinet, right, until she was like 8 months old. And then like she would sleep in her bassinet beside my bed for a little bit, and then she'd get in bed with me and we bed shared. It's fucking great. That's when I like bonded most of her. That's when she feels safe. And so when I intuitively check in, I'm like, she feels very bonded to me when we do that. She feels very safe. She's a Scorpio. So Scorpios feel like it's not that they feel unsafe, but they just have like the worst case scenario running in their head at all times. So I can like ease that for her, right, by sleeping in the same bed with her. Will we bed share forever? No, I'm sure in the next like year or so, like she'll want her like to sleep in her own room. She has her own room, she's not sleeping in it. But it's like I'm gonna soak in all of this that I can because at some point she's gonna be a teenager and be like, I don't want to share a room with you, you know?
Exactly. Yeah, she's gonna be like, get out of here soon,
Yeah,
like at some point. So
yeah.
1000%. And yeah, like looking in intuitively on stuff, it's like along with that, it's like, okay, you can look in intuitively on how much undivided attention does my child need from me in the
Yes.
day?
Mhm.
Because it might be 20 minutes of undivided attention, and then you can go do your own thing. It's a lot lower than people think. But the
Mhm.
problem is most people are like, oh, I have to spend all day with them. So they're
Mhm.
half spending time. They're half over here working and doing this. And they're kind of there, like they're physically present, but not mentally present. When they don't realize, like, if they just were mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually present for like 30 minutes of the day, undivided attention, that's all their kid would need. And then they can go do their own thing, not have to worry about it too. So
100%.
that's where intuition, you can just see, like, okay, how much attention do they need from me today to become the most like successful version of themselves and not have like, attachment issues or whatever it
Right.
is.
Yes, and that's Tate. Tate needs an hour, so I just break it up like 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes in the afternoon, and she thrives. She's happy. And I love
Yes.
that, you know?
Yes. And then they're good. And then they're gonna go off and play with themselves or like
Exactly.
toys with themselves or Barbies or whatever. And they'll be good. Like I just feel like it's like for me, it was like my dad was sometimes not there, but sometimes when he was there, he wasn't like mentally there. So I always still wanted his attention. So I was like annoying. Like I
Yes,
was like annoying about it because but if he would have just given me like 20 minutes of attention,
you
I
would
would
have
have
left
been
him
cool and
alone.
then I would have
Yeah.
been like left him alone. Yeah,
I was the same
exactly.
way. Like my dad owns his own business and he's owned it since not since I was born, but since I was like a year. So he was always like, thinking about the business and he was so money focused, business focused. Like he would play with me, don't get me wrong, but like to your point, not undivided, right? Like it was like a little bit here, a little bit there. And I was so annoying.
Yes, yes, exactly. But if he just would have like been like 20 minutes, you would have been
Yeah.
cool. All
Yeah,
right.
I would have left him alone.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you so much, Ali Queen. We really have covered a lot in this hour. Like
Oh
we've
my
gone
God,
through,
that was so,
that was quick.
whoa, that was so fast. I feel like we've been here for like 10 minutes. I just saw the time.
We just saw the time. But before we go, where can the people find you? What's your socials? Give them the deets.
Yes, you can come and find me at Alexandra Ninfo anywhere. So it's just ALEXANDRA NINFO. Instagram, TikTok, website. That's where I'm at. That's
YouTube.
me. YouTube, Unfuck Yourself, the podcast.
Yes, all the
It's
things.
me.
And she is launching Glow Formula soon, which is her signature like self-image course. How many weeks is it now?
It's so I did it different. Now it's level one's 8 weeks, and then there's gonna be a
Okay.
level two after that. That's also
Oh,
8 weeks.
perfect. I haven't
Yes.
taken her upgraded version, but I took her very first one that she launched, I guess, 2 years ago. 10/10 recommend. So I love that you're upgrading it again. We love.
Oh my God, we are upgrading like
Yes.
massively. Thank you. And 10 out of 10. Oh no, I froze now. I'm back. 10 out of 10 out of 10 recommend Keisha's course too. I remember like when she started MILF, the like just brand in itself. And I was like, this needs to be your whole entire thing. I'm like, like this is MILF is you. You are MILF. Like this needs to
I'm
be
gonna see if
your
I
whole
can like find in my phone that voice note. She literally voice noted this to me in, like January, and she was like, "I'm telling you right now, I'm working out, and I keep hearing this on replay, so I'm telling you now, take it or don't. But this needs to be your entire identity, and you need to shift into it immediately." And I was like, "Yes, ma'am." Okay. And now she was right because I'm leaning into it, and everyone's like in my DMs, like, "Hey, I don't want to be in mom for another 2 to 3 years, but like, I love your content. I love your preparing me." I'm like, "Thank you." And my like, I get lit up, you're the same way, to help people, to know I'm helping someone and like get them past things that took me 3 years to heal. I'm like on cloud nine. Like I'm the happiest girl ever. And you're the same way, right? So we love the soul path
yeah.
circle.
This is her thing, you guys, and like you would be blessed to go be in this course because
Thank you.
she has clearly done really well at it, and she's a lot to teach and show, and even just your mere neurons being able to you don't even have to listen to what the fuck she's saying. Like, even if you zone out the whole class, you just watching her and seeing the things that you can do even physically after and how you can transform yourself, like, will just do so much for you in itself. So, 10 out of 10 recommend.
Thank you.
And I'm very picky on whose courses I recommend.